I've set up the mic so I can comfortably lay down and record. I'm not using my iPad for a while. The screen went black and I was using it for social media and creating content, taking videos, doing photography, editing, doing drawings on Procreate. So many things I was doing. It was using it as my phone. I don't have a phone, so I was just using that with FaceTime, audio, iMessage. Well, since it's been defunct the past 2 weeks, I've had a break in patterning, which is what I aimed for. At first, of course, I was shocked and sad that my very convenient tool to distract and cope with life was no longer functioning. So, what did that mean for coping and distracting from now on? So, I have this laptop and it's heavy and cumbersome, but I'm using it only to watch videos on YouTube, to check my Gmail, and to write text messages. So that's only 3 things out of maybe 15 things that I was kind of juggling around with periodically throughout the days. So if anybody's listening to this that was watching my content process through any social media and you're wondering why I stopped, this is why. Taking a break to see and to break some patterns, to not get stuck in some unhealthy loops. And so the reason I said all that is because I get distracted and I want to see how low can I talk while being able to still hear, so that I can monitor my environment and still do what I wanted to do without wasting time. That's funny. The real life problems of a hypervigilant in bed. So I had to set up this mic. The laptop, it records easier. The last video I recorded, the volume was so low. Anyway, that was 3 minutes of blabbering. The next 3 minutes of blabbering will be about, I was laying here watching this podcast about cult, being in a cult, and all the different gaslighting and manipulation that happens. And I listened to the laws of power, the how to influence people, all these rules and tips and tactics that are instilled into people like psychopaths and narcissists to help them break someone down and condition and groom them to be this siphon station for energy. Well, once I learned that that was a thing, because I didn't really know that was a thing, honestly, until I was really naive. Even though I experienced being manipulated throughout my life, I didn't know that you could pinpoint it to a type of individual, and by studying that individual's modus operandi, you can protect yourself better. So that's why since 2020, I realized how shocking and traumatizing inadvertently interacting with a narcissist as an empath or a highly sensitive person is, and what it actually did to my psyche and my health and my worldview and my sense of being alive as a person. It really changed everything. It turned so much upside down. And ever since then, I've been studying the enemy, and it's been building. One of my videos here about the things that take away your power. You watch that one, and it's just noticing all the different things set up in society and hierarchies and dynamics that sway or attempt to steer the other individual to put them in a position so that you benefit. And you do it in secret so they don't know what's happening. And that's what advertising, capitalism, politics, toxic relationships, so many things are banking on. So because I've been injured for so long and experiencing so much pain, I have far less bandwidth to be able to handle and maneuver and play these games. So I've had to get really stealth about recognizing patterns and observation and discernment so that I can catch these things in the first place, not the second or third or the fourth, or by the time the red flags stack up into such a pile that you can't see out of them. And you think that everything is red anyway, so just continue being in the red. And it's really helped me out. I feel much wiser. I feel naive. I feel like after I've learned so much that I wish I knew this when I was younger. But I hit record because I had intended to talk about dreams, because I want to just think about a topic and then just free form chat about it for 10 minutes and make that an upload, because I care about this channel. I care about the people that listen, to me, because they like my voice or they find what I'm talking about interesting or inspiring or helpful for them to get through as well, because every single person in this world that's experiencing a life, I just think there's no one person that has, like, we're all in this together, as smart or as daft. We all are, we start on the same starting square, and then we all go through a journey to the end square, and we're not given the rules. We're not given all of the sensory capacity. We're not given examples. We're not given a lot of information, and it's really confusing and like a roller coaster. And so I just want to be like a big sister to be here. People can come and listen to my voice and what I'm chatting about, and within the codes, the keys, the signature of my voice is saying, I'm sorry that we're having to do this. I'm just as confused. I'm dedicated to not be corrupted as much as possible. And with my integrity and my love, I will be a supportive friend and comrade for you as well as we get through this. So anything I talk about will include that always as a baseline code. And so, yeah, I was talking about dreams in my head, and out loud now I'll talk about the dreams for this channel. As I've been in long bouts of rest and contemplation and meditation, several hours a day, because I'm forced to. And when I do fall into a dream, I'm trying to remain lucid as far into the process as I can. But sometimes I remain unconscious and unaware until I wake up in the middle of the dream, my awareness, and then there I am, focusing on whether it is my subconscious mind playing through the biophotonic makeup of the synapses in my gray matter, a visual imagery for me to watch while my eyes are resting. Or if the spirit of myself, my my field, who I am, my soul, the immaterial part, the formless part of me, the energy structure that doesn't dissipate when the physical decays, it still continues on because energy doesn't die. It just transfers from one medium to another. So perhaps there's still a connection to my physical body while it's sleeping, and my non-physical body travels to different realms or areas of the astral world. Or what's something interesting listening to a lot of people talking about disincarnate human spirit beings are connected to their physical body through like a silver cord, and perhaps we have this oversoul that is connected to other individuals that are also living or playing out a human life somewhere. So some people say there's 12 of us. Each person has 11 others, 6 male, 6 female. And I was wondering if that was what happened the other night. I was sleeping. I was in so much pain. I wanted to leave my body and not come back. It's really hard. And it's too hard sometimes. And it's not fair. And I've had such a challenging and amazing life, a full life. I'm ready to go. Really. It's just too hard. It's too painful. So I was laying there sleeping, trying to take my consciousness, my point of awareness, my focus away from here and have it be pulled somewhere else that it's being pulled toward. And when I was doing that, I all of a sudden felt myself in another person's body. I was walking down a city street with an umbrella. It was raining. I was a woman in my, early 50s, wearing black rimmed glasses, short brown hair, looked like an intellectual, kind of going maybe to a bookstore. And then when I was in there, embodying that body, it was shocking, and it pulled me back into this body. And then I woke up and I thought about it, and I was like, wow, what if when we die, we don't really die? Our awareness just goes to another point of consciousness that's attached to this oversoul. So it's like you wake up and you never actually died. You just wake up more fully present or more fully embodied in another part of you, which is another person in another time or place. So that's where I'm going to leave you to contemplate and ponder, and tell me in the comments what you think about that or anything else I've said. And the next video I'm going to make here, I'm going to talk about some herbal remedies that I've been using that have been very helpful as I've dealt with chronic pain for the past 20 years, and more extreme in the past 3, where it just doesn't stop at all, and it's just getting worse. I'm ready for it to not get worse and to change. And I'm always optimistic that that's going to happen. And I'm always optimistic that things are going to turn around for all of us. And we're going to have a break from all of this crazy clown show activity. And we can have like a nice plateau of peace and feeling safe and calm. And so we can take care of nurturing our essential selves instead of becoming more and more dissociated and numbed out and cognitively dissonant. All right, take care.